Yo, 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 yo. It's a Blacking, and I'm back. Well, as you can see, this lighting does not well too well, but hopefully it will. I need to get better lighting in here. But yeah, this controller here. Actually, I have to push it to the other mode, but I'm not going to worry about it until I actually get the emulator up, which I'm going to do right now. I can do just about almost anything, but I don't want to do what I want to do. But it just doesn't make any sense. I have to admit, I am quite far in this game now. However, because I'm on XP, it transferred over to here, though the problems, I may have to redo it again. And yes, you see these right here? I actually have what they call, I don't think I actually saw this option before, and I forget how I even did it, but what I do is, as soon as I do that, it does it in its own window, I believe it's called, instead of, or popping up in its own window, which is much better. That way there you can do this, and, you know, you don't have to worry about going back or anything. Of course, that still does that anyway. I don't know why that matters, I just thought about that. But yeah, see that right there. And unfortunately I cannot, I can run the BIOS, but it acts really screwy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a game, and it doesn't matter which, randomly. So we'll do, I'm not going to do Silent Hill because unfortunately I got a copyright on that. Not a good thing. And I have played both Parasite. I don't remember if I actually recorded that one or not, but it was crazy. And I've never even played it. It was crazy. It was just as difficult as the first game. I would always go with bin if your computer cannot handle the .q. That's my recommendation. Now, see here, this is me with Wild Arms 2, and unfortunately, yeah, wow, that is really screwy. Pardon my technology. Now, see, in all games, what I want to understand is that you have a choice between 3 different characters. Okay, that's never done that. See, in this game, I don't know, maybe this is where it continues on the story, or you can do like you can in Suikoden. In Final Fantasy, though, it doesn't matter if you're beaten or not. Second Ignition? I don't remember that. In this game, I have played it. It's still semi-blind because, yeah, look at that. In this game, what I don't understand is the fact of, what it is about this is that there is no fast draws like there is in the first one. Now, I'm not sure about 3 because I've never actually played it. Believe it or not, I think I actually started out on Wild Arms just a little bit like I did before I even did the Let's Play, and I didn't understand what the heck was going on. Then I went and did this game. This one was the first one I actually advanced in more. When I first started the first one, and then what I did was got even further in that one because thanks to some guides and some help. Because I'm not that good. However, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there is a blade in this game. I don't want to spoil it too much. Okay, if you see the screen right here, that's not what I remember. Anyway, the blade is, I mean, it takes you a little bit, but not that long, just to get to that. A sorceress just getting started, a former hero now a war criminal, young man ready for action. Now, I don't want to show too much of this because this is not really a Let's Play, but I'm just giving a real quick review of it. And out of all three, I prefer him. Now, I don't understand why he has the gun blade and he gets the sword. I don't understand that at all. Because because I actually started out with this guy before I started out with anybody else, and then I went on into this guy right here. I tried to get to the sorcerer's range, but then I got lost and I went back, decided to do the young man. Now, this guy here is pretty badass, despite his white hair. He's got like a sort of a Sephiroth hair looking guy. I'm not gonna get into this game too much, but this guy is walking off on his own. Oh, it's automatic. Yeah. I was learned that did we chase him in here. The guy's just kind of hiding. In this weather, he's leaving. He did be exhausted. He can't be very far. We've got to look somewhere. Oh, I'm going to farm. Heist. I guess I'm kind of changing his name. I don't know. It's kind of hard to choose, especially when they don't actually have a former, name or anything to call him by. And then blah blah blah, chase him out. Blah blah blah. See, the thing about this game, I'm not gonna swear I know all the options or anything special. GP. I forget what his name is. I think this reminds me of that other time, but there wasn't any miserable brain then. Yes, blood did spill, blood, blah 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? I'm really only mostly at this last on through, because I'm not sure if I want to turn this into a Let's Play or not, because technically this one here actually happens a little bit more so of a favorite to me than over the first one. Somewhat. I say somewhat, because of the guy that I happen to play is. It's impossible. He's actually better than Rudy. Rough Knight, I never knew his name. Actually, I don't think I ever knew his last name. Commander, blah blah blah. Okay. I think I actually skipped through some of this anyway. His name is Brad. Okay. I don't know if he actually has a last name or not. So, I'm not gonna. But anyway, I think I renamed him sometime, like I usually do. And sometimes I don't officially, depending on whether to me it fits. Oh wow. That is so freaking awesome. Oh, I gotta turn on this volume. Where is the volume? Where's the volume? I am so sorry about that. Okay. So the new screen looks like this. It kind of looks like a Final Fantasy VII reference. Final Fantasy VIII was kind of like that, but a little bit more. I don't know how you would say, but it was different. But anyway, in this game, I think he's got, wow. There is no way to tell. Yeah, he's got a damn heavy arm. What does the other guy have? And I don't know about the tools in this game because I've never gotten any I'm aware of. In all games it's like that. However, I think there's like a, if I do it right, let me see if I can. There's supposed to be a way you can actually knock down doors in this game, and I can't remember how I did it. So, anyway, the blade I'm talking about is not too far away, which makes no bit of sense. You surprise them. It actually has a full bar screen. You see that right there? It's kind of like Final Fantasy VII. Now, the only difference in Final Fantasy VII is you know, wow, I don't remember this at all. I can actually, the thing is, in this one, though more often than not, there you can, I think there's a 255 sheet because I remember something like that. Not sure. All I know, there's like 3 continues. The first game it wasn't like that. See that? I have no idea early beyond why they would do that for a game like this, because this game really doesn't deserve a continue point system where you have only limited amount of continues, in my personal opinion. So anyway, the blade is not that far. However, in the first game, it's very far. I don't know about 3 or any other games. I just know that this game here is kind of way cooler than the first one. In a lot of ways, it's actually more improved. But I kind of like the other system as well. I mean, there's actually some aspects of this game that suck in relation to the first game, because in the first game it actually has much better aspects than this one here. Like, for instance, I forget what, like the continue system. Now that you mention it, I never remember having a continue. But, yeah. So, I don't know what the deal is with the fast draw system, but obviously in this game you can't select between characters. I don't know why they do that. You actually can get escape through here without actually ever battling. Pick up gems to paint into the Oh yeah. There is, I didn't even know about that. What was that? I'm guessing if you load a file or whatever, you actually can continue with the items you actually officially had. I'm not gonna swear that. I don't know about all the techniques or anything like that. I'm gonna say and assume or guess that if you did continue it, it wouldn't have everything. But this guy actually has FT, which actually, oh man, I felt an escape. I don't know whatever he did that for. this guy actually uses his hands. Now, I'm not usually typically a fan of people that usually normally use their fists, but this guy is awesome. However, I'm going to reset the game. I said I'm going to reset the game. And I'm going to try the other guy. Now, I don't know. I don't think there's an actual outcome of whether or not it affects the storyline about which one you choose. But I do know one thing. They do eventually wind up meeting up. However, in this game, there are more characters. I didn't make that far in this game because I got stuck at one thing because I screwed up the puzzle. Yes, I got a puzzle that screwed me up. Yeah. Now this guy, I'm about to choose. Yeah. So he kind of does that from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, because they didn't actually have a truck like this. Well, even if they did, I don't remember where it was exactly. But you know, kind of a cinematic deal. It wasn't until Advent Children, and maybe possibly. Crisis Core, but I never played it. I just kind of watched it. I've never had it. Right. See, his name is Ashley. Now, I don't understand why his name would be Ashley, but okay. Now let's see what kind of techniques he actually has. I don't remember. Because oddly enough, in the first game, Rudy is just like this guy right here. See, in the first game, you can also tell what kind of techniques you have, but in the first game, you can tell what kind of techniques you have, but in the second one, you can't. I don't know why that is. I'm going to go get into a battle real quick. There we go. So this is Ashley. Let's see what he's got. Yeah. See, he's kind of got like what Rudy has, or rather, what Brad has. So he's got well, except that his is kind of like a sword technique, except it's not. Ow! It's not coherent in this game, so I don't understand it at all. To be honest, if I remember correctly, if you level up, you get more puzzles in a long time, just like this version of it. As you know, the woman, when you first get to, there's always 3 characters, I guess. I don't know about the other ones yet, but anyway, in this game, and the other one, both the females that you start out with are sorcerers. There is another female, however, in the first one, and there's a remake. I did not know about that until last said it. I don't know if this is supposed to be the remake or not, but this is actually the sequel, and there's no Rudy Rough Knight. There's no hunter. Well, I said this guy's kind of a hunter. He's more like Rudy. Another kind of guy is too, the one that's in this game, Mr. Brad. And there are tools in this game I know nothing about. Obviously, I guess you don't get any tools in this game. I'm not going to swear to that. Or at least when you first start out. Failed to escape. Wow. Look at his weapon. It's like a Final Fantasy VII weapon. I never really noticed that until he got a view at a point. And they completely disappear differently than the others. They actually go to red. They actually disappear differently and they go to red. So, there's that. Long arm. Cannot remove. I love that. Oddly enough, I have beaten this point. It's difficult to do. Alright. See, this game, you actually have to acquire them first in any sort of event. As far as I'm aware, there's no teardrop. I'm not sure what the deal is about what's going on here because the sorceress in this game, however, supposedly has a sister, and I don't know if it's actually Cecilia from the first game or not. And that's not really just a spoiler because if it was, I'd be saying, yeah, that's her sister, blah 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 blah. So, but my thing is, why make it so much longer in the first one and make it so much quicker in this game? Because, see, in this game, you're not too far off from getting the Guardian Blade. And in this game, you actually do, it kind of like starts off like when you get later on where there's only like 2 party members, like when they first did it before you get up, when you meet up with, what's your name? And I'm not trying to spoil it too much, but yeah. There is that model arms too. Except that through the entire game, as far as I'm aware, there's only, you don't get a chance to actually get 3 characters right away. You actually have to go and rescue him. Yeah, Mr. Brad from jail, from prison, and what happens is Mr. Ashley, actually goes and knocks out this one dude. I forget his name. He's actually kind of in charge, like Emma is in the first game. I'm not trying to spoil anything much, but I mean, then I was like, damn, I kind of would have done the same thing, but I mean, the game is okay. There's still a lot of things that need to be improved on. I mean, it's a little bit, in terms of other things, it's actually a little bit different and better than the first game. I say a little bit, not completely. But in the first game, it has a little bit more different, and it's actually more better for some of the things that one has it doesn't have. Because in the first game, you can actually tell what kind of skills you have without having to go into battle. You can't, however, tell what kind of you know, what kind of deals you have without going into battle. Like, you can't tell whether you have Sonic Fusion, Accelerator, or, what is it? Summon Guardian. You can't tell it. That's not a spoiler either. That's just actually not necessarily. I mean, the way it is, and it is if you because you should already basically know about this if you play games like this similar, like Final Fantasy VII, Scoden, stuff like that. You know, just role-playing games in general. And you know, I would normally record this with a recorder, but I don't want to. I just don't like doing it anymore off of the same unit I'm playing the game on. Like I tried to explain before, it's not because I don't mind doing that. It's just there's a bunch of lag involved, all that stuff, and I really just capture it from a distance. You know what I'm saying? If I can, even though it's like you're not really from a distance, but you're actually right there, and you're seeing whatever screen that's seeing. Even though it's from Skype, you used to be able to log into, before they upgraded, and it's still been the same way. But anyway, you used to be able to log into your Skype account twice, but you couldn't actually call anybody, you know. You actually used to be able to do that. I think you could, well, I don't know about calling yourself, because, and I know you used to be able to message the, the Skype advice thing, wherever it was, so where you can test your mic. Now you can't, because it's disabled, which is lame. And not only that, but it's the only one that actually gives you technical support for the messenger itself, not for your computer or anything like that. Maybe in a way it does, only, but it just does it so you can test your mic. But you can generally do that with almost anything anyway. But depending on what you're using to record your voice with. Like if I wanted to, I could turn my voice into a chipmunk, but I can't do that off the phone, unfortunately. So there is that. What else? I played Final Fantasy VII many times. I've never actually officially Let's Played it, but yeah. So and there's that. And for some reason, I've always had some kind of weird reason or whatever, for some odd reason, loading Retroscope's videos. It's the same guy, Microscope, except he had someone else log in. He didn't give them the password or anything special, but yeah. Well, they were uploading the official videos. He had some videos of his own, but this is saving from the old videos he had. And so what else did he have? Well, he had a lot, but he lost a lot too. And unfortunately, no one else ever came up with any of the footage that he had. And he had to kind of recreate his own. He added some of his own to the official channel that he mainly uses, which he has, oddly enough, has not actually uploaded anything in a long time to Retroscope. I'm talking about probably almost 4 to 5 years now. And the reason why this is going on mainly long enough like this is because I actually showed the game. But I tried not to get the loudness. Um, so, anyway, not that this has any bearing on what the hell is going on in life, but personally, I'm beginning to where I'm preferring the first one over the second one in a lot of ways, and in other ways I prefer the second one. And they're all great games, don't get me wrong, of the Wild Arms series. So, I don't know if I'm ever going to continue the actual Let's Play or not, for sure. But I may. Just like I did with Final Fantasy VIII. I only had like a couple videos to start with, and they were like an hour long or so. Based off the fact that I was actually not only recording it, but at the same time I was live streaming it, and that live stream did not go the way I planned it, because it was constantly interrupting, and that was Google Hangouts from off of YouTube, which is weird. And then they decided to disable the option, and then it brought it back. But you actually have to enable the doggone thing again, since they brought it back, which I'm never going to do, because if you want to live stream, it's so much better to do it somewhere else. And it's also a good idea to record what you have, but it's a good idea to have a program that actually can, I don't know what kind of program it would take, but you can actually obviously edit out the sounds. I don't know. I've never been able to do that. Personally, I don't understand how it works. But I'm trying to. No way, my age is on this phone, except for counting from the seconds. Anyway, what do you want? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, where you going? Get your butt out of my face. Anyway, I'm sorry I said the S-U-H-T up to the dog, but I did. What are you doing? Crazy kid. Let me tell you. Animals are the most craziest thing in the world, but you can't hate them. I mean, you can, but you can only hate them for the things they do. Not hate them for being who they are and what they are. Well, actually, there's no law against you doing that, but there's a law against you hitting them, beating them up, all kinds of things. So, I don't know. I know one thing is sure. Bam. You might be wondering, but what is that? It's called a mark on the wall. And bam. Another mark on the wall. Okay. I'll turn on the computer just to show you some gaming real quick. So, what you think? Leave your likes and comments below. Or you can just thumb down the video. I don't care anymore. Well, I wish they would not do that to other people that actually have basically they're outruled by the majority. The ones that actually like the video compared to the ones that dislike it. And plus they get told off and they don't even know it. But they're either that or they're the ones commenting, and I don't understand anything. All I know, so I think this is going on too long. I've actually recorded probably today about 4 or 5 videos now, including this video here. It probably makes 5. So I actually showed a bit of a game.